Hi everyone. I've seen a couple of videos lately that talks about comets and how they affect the Earth's natural system. But most of them seem to talk about only the 1811-12 comets, Napoleon's comets and Tecumseh's. And all of them only have written accounts of the disasters. But I remember that 20 years ago, in 1997, there was one in the sky, and it was there for a record of 18 months, twice as long as the Great Comet of 1811-12. So, in 1997, we have video evidence of what happened everywhere on Earth. I'll try to make a video of the things that happened in the years that the comets were close to us. Most of you seen that comet in the sky in 1997, but didn't really give attention or anything. So did I. So I decided to start looking at events and things that happened around that time. So I start looking, and I found out that I stumbled upon a great number of disasters, terror attacks, plane crashes, and death. So great that I couldn't even anticipate it. So I'll try to cover couple of them, but I'll make a playlist of videos that I found in the playlist section. Well, as I was looking through things, I found that there was another comet passing by just the year before, called Japanese name Yakutake. I said I'd do in 97, but it was in 96, so I started my search in 1996. So I'll list a couple of disasters from 1996 to 98 to see if comets affect Earth's natural system. Okay, let's start this off in January 1996. I'll pull up the wiki page for 1996 just to help you with the description. Okay, I'll start with only natural disasters and then move on with the others. So, in January 7, 1996, there was one of the worst blizzard in American history in the eastern state, killing more than 150 people, and Philadelphia received a record 30.7 inches of snow. New York City's public school closed for the first time in 18 years, and the federal government in DC was closed for days. Okay, this is for later. Spill, no. No, not right now. Let's see. January 31st, the astronomer from Japan discovered the comet Yakutaki, the first one that would pass. So in February 4th, a 6.6 magnitude earthquake near Lijiang in southwest China kills up to 322 people and injures 17,000 and leaves 300,000 people homeless. Wow. No. It's not for what I'm searching for. Oh, in February 17th, 8.2 earthquake in Papua, Indonesia, and it was called severe, and large tsunami followed, leaving 166 people dead or missing and 423 injured. Then I think it's in May. These are all April, May. Okay. On May 10th. Yeah, May 10th. Oh, yeah, it's the Everest disaster. A storm engulfs Mount Everest, leaving 8 people dead, and by the end of the month, at least 4 other climbers died in the worst season of fatalities on the mountain to date, and I don't think ever. Next, May 13th. Severe thunderstorms and a tornado in Bangladesh kills 600 people. Then July, June, a couple of things for later. July 12th, Hurricane Bertha made landfall in North Carolina. It's Category 2 storm, causing 270 million in damage. And many indirect deaths. Okay. An outbreak of E. coli in July 16th in Japan. 6,000 ill, 2 dead. Then July 21st, the Saguenay flood, one of Canada's most costly natural disasters, was flooding in Saguenay, in Quebec.
Presque partout à Ville de la Baie, c'est la désolation, la tristesse. Ici à Grande Bay, il y avait une ville. Tout ce qui reste, ce sont des débris de dizaines de maisons décimées, des routes effondrées, de l'eau partout. À Chicoutimi, le bas de la ville ressemble à une cascade, les rues à des rivières. Tout cela provient toujours des barrages situés 20 km plus haut, de l'eau évacuée pour éviter un débordement encore plus catastrophique du lac Kinourin. Près de ce barrage menaçant à la derrière, la majorité des maisons sont endommagées sur une distance de quelques kilomètres. Puis la frontière nous monte dans la rivière au sable, une autre conséquence de barrage délesté. C'est d'ailleurs la principale inquiétude actuellement. Il faudra à nouveau évacuer des surplus d'eau.
Then in August, see, August 7th, heavy rains kill more than 80 campers near Huesca in Spain. That's a lot of water. Then in September 5th, an Hurricane Fran, makes landfall near Cape Fear, North Carolina. Category 3. With Fran caused 3 billion in damages. Killed 27, mainly North Carolina. North Carolina again. And in November, oh, October, no, November 7th, a Category 4 cyclone strikes Andhra in Pradesh, India, killing more than 2,000 people. Then in November 25th, an ice storm struck the US, killing 26 directly and hundreds more from accidents. And at the same time, a powerful windstorm blasts Florida with winds with more than 90 miles per hour. And I think that's it for 97. That were the natural event in 97. There was a couple. And I found out, curiously, in 96, there were like lots of plane crashes and boat sinks. It's pretty weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plane crashes in 96. That's, I think that could be a record. I don't know. But I'll show you a couple of. Look, in January 8, 1996, a Syrian cargo plane crashes in a crowded market in the center, capital of Congo, killing 300 people. There's an oil spill in January 19th off Rhode Island. 820,000 gallons of heating oil spilled in the ocean. And in January 19, a ferry sinks off the northern tip of Sumatra, drowning more than 100 people. And in February 6th, there was another Bridge Air Flight 301 from Caribbean to Germany crashes into the Atlantic Ocean near the Dominican Republic, killing 189 passengers and crew. And then in February 16th, a train collision. Amtrak train, Capital Limited, collide with an MARC commuter train, killing 11 people. In February 29th, another plane crash en route to Lima. Rodriguez balloon airport crashes into the mountain. All 123 people on board are killed. And on the 29th, at least 81 people drowned when a boat capsized near Kampala, Uganda. And then in March, not long after, another boat carrying market traders capsized outside Freetown Harbor in Sierra Leone, killing at least 86 people. Then in April the 3rd, a Boeing 737 military jet crashes north of Dubrovnik, Croatia. All 35 people on board are killed. And then May 11th, in Miami, a fire started in the cargo hold of the Atlantic-bound value jet Flight 592, and crashed in the Everglades, killing all the 110 people on board. And on May 21st, another boat sinks in the Tanzanian water in Lake Victoria in Africa, killing nearly 1,000 people in one of Africa's worst maritime disasters. Wow, I'm not even half of it. Then in July 17th, 1 month without disaster. July 17th, a Paris and Rome bound flight 747 explodes off the coast of Long Island, New York, killing all 230 people on board. And then July and August 29th, a Russian jetliner crashes into the mountain in Spitsbergen, Norway, killing all 141 people on board. Then in October 2nd, another September was gone. October 2nd, Aero-Peru flight 603 crashes into the Pacific Ocean just after takeoff, killing all 70 people on board. Then October 31st, Regional's flight 402 that crashed into a densely populated area of Sao Paulo, killing all 96 people on board. Then on November 8th, all 141 people on board the Nigerian-owned Boeing 7727 died when the aircraft crashes into the Atlantic Ocean near Lagos. And then on November 12th, Saudi Arabian Airlines Boeing 747 collides in mid-air with another airplane in New Delhi, India, resulting in a loss of 349 lives. Wow. And then I think the last December 25th, another boat capsized, sinked near Capo Passero, Sicily, killing at least 283 migrants. Wow, what a year. Plane, boats, trains, crashes. I've done the natural disasters, the accident that I can think, and didn't talk about the man-made terror attacks. Wow. In 96 there were like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot. I'll start in the beginning. January 31st. I didn't even look at 95. I'll start in 96, same year as the comet. January 31st, Colombo Central Bank bombing. Explosive filled truck rams into the gates of the central bank in Colombo, Sri Lanka, killing at least 86 people and injuring 1,400. Wow. And on the same day, an explosion in Shaoyang, China, kills 122 people and injured over 400. When 10 short tons, 9.1 tons of dynamite exploded underneath an apartment building. Oh my god. And on the same day, that's the comet. And in February 9th, IRA ceasefire ends with Dockland bombing in London, killing 2 people and causing over 85 million, should be pound worth of damage. Wow, what a bomb. Then in February 14th, violent clashes erupt between Filipino soldiers and Vietnamese boat people. I don't know how many dead here, hundreds of Vietnamese. They don't say, surely a couple. Then in February 25th, 2 suicide bombs in Israel, killing 25 and injuring 80. Then March 3rd and 4th, 2 suicide bombs in Israel, killing 32 people. People are really going crazy. I'm not even on the half of it. March 6th. The Chechen rebels attack Russia government headquarters in Grozny. 70 Russian soldiers and policemen are killed and 130 Chechen fighters are killed too. And in March 13th, the Dublin massacre in primary school in Scotland opens fire, killing the 16 infant and a teacher. March 18th, a fire in a disco club in the Philippines killed 163 people. Then April 3rd, a massacre of Hutus in Burundi takes place and more than 450 people killed within a few days. And April 18th, another massacre. 100 Lebanese civilians are killed after Israel shells the United Nations compound in Qana. And in reaction to the Qana massacre, an Islamist group in Egypt opened fire on a hotel, killing 18 Greek tourists, injuring 17 others. In April 28th, another massacre in Tasmania, Australia. A guy killed 35 people. And a bomb exploded in Peru, Pakistan, killing more than 60. June 11th. An explosion in Sao Paulo suburban shopping center kills 44 and injured more than 100. Another bomb, June 15th, in Manchester. The IRA bomb injured over 200 people. And June 29th, another explosion. And that's a firecracker factory, kills 52 people and injured 83. That's maybe just an accident. Then in July 24th, the Dehiwala train bombing kills 56 commuters outside Colombo. And July 27th, there's the Olympic Park bombing during the Summer Olympics in Atlanta. Kills 1 person and injures 1 and 11. 1111. Weird. Then August was a little break. Then it's in September 4th. The Revolutionary Armed Force of Colombia attack a military base, starting the guerrilla warfare, and claim the lives of 130 Colombians. October 6th, what happened? A prison? The government of New England, Savannah. Yes. Here, October 22nd. A fire in a prison in Caracas, Venezuela, kills 30 prisoners. It's an accident, or just people going crazy. Then in November 17th, a bomb again exploded in Caspian, Russia, killing 32 people. Then in November 20th, a fire occurred in Hong Kong in the Garley building, resulting in 41 dead and 81 injured. November 21st, a propane explosion in the Humberto Vidal shoe store in San Juan, Puerto Rico, kills 33 people. And the last of the year, December 30, Indian state of Assam, a passenger train is bombed by Bodo separatists, killing 26 people. Wow, what a year, 96. I wanted to make a body count in the corner, but it was too much. With all the planes crash, the bombs, the killing, natural disasters. Maybe more than 10,000, I don't know. This is only for the year 96. So I'll make 97 next. Okay, in 97, the year of the comet, Hale-Bopp, there is less thing than in 96, but still, there is. Okay, I'll start January. There's not much in January. On natural disasters, I'll start with the natural disasters. They start on March, and I don't think it's not a natural, man. It was caused by the comet passing, because the comet passed in March 22nd was his closest approach here, the Apollyon? No. Something like that. And on the March 24th through 26th, there were the Evans Gate cultists, the 39 Evans Gate cultists that commits mass suicide, thinking that they would go... No! They would go on the spaceship following the comet. I could put that It's caused by the comet. Okay, so the natural disasters that year just started in April 18th. The Red River of the North breaks through its dikes and floods the Grand Forks, North Dakota, and East Grand Forks, Minnesota, causing $2 billion in damage. That's a lot of properties. Then, in May 10th, earthquake starts happening. A 7.3 magnitude quake earthquakes in Iran. Extreme class. At least 1,567 were killed and 2,300 were injured. Not talking about what has been destroyed. Then, May 12th, a tornado, F1 tornado in downtown Miami, causing $525,000 in damage. Pretty rare to see. Then in May 27th, the second deadliest tornado of the 90s in Jarrell, Texas, killing 27 people and left counties destroyed. I remember seeing that in the news. And then on June 25th, a massive eruption of Soufrière Hills volcano on the island of Montserrat leads the evacuation and abandonment of the capital, Plymouth. They don't say if anybody died in that eruption. And then in July, just in July, because I think it lasted all the month, and the 97th Central European flood that occurs across Poland, Germany, and Czech Republic. They don't say how many people, but I think it was too much. Too much people died, too much people lost their homes. Wow, what a big flood. 3 countries. Okay, then what happened? July 30th, July 30th, a landslide in Tribdo, snowy mountains in Australia. 18 people were killed. And September, oh, a little break. September 26th of September, an earthquake in oh yeah, that I remember the footage. I'll try to put footage of the things I talk about. In Italy, the region of Umbria, there was an earthquake, and you could see the famous video of the Basilica of St. Francis of Assisi collapse right when people were trying to run out of the cathedral and basilica, sorry. It's a famous video. I'll put it. then we had a break until December. You know, that year was not so much. December 29th, there was a influenza virus spreading in Hong Kong, and they had to kill all the chickens with an 1.25 million chickens. A lot of Chinese didn't eat chicken that year. Next year, in 98, I guess. That were all the natural disasters in 97 reported in Wikipedia. I didn't find any other, but there were again other plane crashes in 97. Not much as 96, but a couple to mention, because there were a lot of that. So the first one was February 4th. 2 Israeli troop transport helicopter collided. 73 killed. Wow. Then March 18th, the tail of a Russian AN-24 charter plane breaks off while en route to Turkey, causing the plane to crash, killing all 50 on board. Way. Then in April 29th, 2 trains crashed at Hunan, China. 126 are killed. Then on August 6th, a Korean Air Flight 801 crashed land west of Guam International Airport, resulting in the death of 228 people. Then on September 26th, another plane crashed. Garuda, Indonesia, Flight 152, crashed north of Sumatra during the 97 Southeast Asian Ace, killing 234 people on board. This became the deadliest aviation accident in Indonesian history. The Asian Ace, the Southeast Asian Ace, I don't know. And then, where's September? December, another plane crash. And a Silk Air Flight 9185 crashes into the Musi River near the Palembang in Indonesia, killing 104. You see, a lot less plane crashes that year. I don't know what happened in 96. There were so many. But in 97, there were a lot of massacres. People, I don't know what happened. People were just going crazy. I don't know if it's caused by the comet, but it was on the same time. So I'll start with those killings. Started in March 7th in Sri Lanka. Tamil Tigers overrun the military base and kill at least 100. At least. Okay. Then in April 3rd, the Talit massacre in Algeria. All but one of the 53 inhabitants of Talit are killed by the guerrillas. I don't know what happened in Algeria in that year, but man, people were going crazy. And a fire breaks out the 14th of April in the plain of Mena, 11 kilometers, 6.8 miles from Mecca. 343 died in a fire. The pilgrim camp, I don't know if they were trapped or something, but wow. Then another massacre, April 22nd. Ouch, ouch. Chemisti massacre, 93 villagers are killed in Algeria. You'll see that a lot. Then on April 23rd, 42 villagers are killed in Omaria massacre in Algeria again. Then in June 10th, the Khmer Rouge leader Pol Pot ordered the killing of his defense chief and Son San and 11 of his son's family to eradicate all his family members, and then he flees. In June 16, another massacre. About 50 people are killed in the Dayat Lagouer Msla massacre in Algeria again. I don't know what happened in Algeria. June, beginning with June. July 11th. Thailand's worst hotel fire in Pattaya kills 90. Just another accident. In July 27th, about 50 are killed in the Zerouk massacre in Algeria. Then in August 3rd, between 40 and 76 villagers are killed in the Oued El Had and Mezouara massacre in Algeria again. Then still in August, more than 60 are killed, 15 kidnapped in the Souhain massacre in Algeria. Then August 26, 60 to 100 are killed in the Beni Ali massacre in Algeria. In August 29th, over 98 and possibly up to 400 are killed in the Reis massacre in Algeria. Oh, just a little. In 97, August 31st, Diana died. Everybody knows the princess. Then, on September 5th, over 87 are killed in the Beni Messus massacre in Algeria. Then on September 19th, 53 are killed in the Guelph El Kabir massacre in Algeria. Then on October 12th, 43 are killed at a false roadblock in Sidi Douad massacre in Algeria. Then November 17th. In Luxor, Egypt, 62 people are killed by 6 Islamic militants outside the temple at Hatshepsut. I I don't know what they were trying to do. Then December 1st, an attack on the Bihar Ravni Sena stronghold, like Shusbat, killing 63 lower caste people. Then on December 24th, 5,200 villagers are killed in the Sid El Antri massacre in Algeria again. And on the December 30th, the worst incident in Algeria, if they didn't have so much insurgents, 400 are killed from 4 villages in the Wilawa of Relizan on December 13th. What a year. In 97, people were killing people, planes were crashing, not as much in 96. But I don't know. Are they related to the comets? I'll let you decide for that. It's too much to be just coincidence. Now I'll do just a minute because it lasts to 98. I'll do 98. You'll see that the year 1998 wasn't as bad as 96 and 97, but there still was a couple of disasters happening. I'll start with the disasters again. On February 1998, there was in Quebec ice rainfall in northern US, Quebec and Ontario, the worst ever ice rainfall. I don't know how much people died or much, but it caused a lot of damages. I'll try to put footage of this for you to see, because those who lived in the northern regions, east northern regions, will remember. Okay, then February 4th, a earthquake, 5.9 magnitude in Afghanistan. Just 5.9, this was very strong. Killed up to 4,000 and injured 818. The damage was considered extreme, and it was only a 5.9. And then February, and on May, March, April, May, 3 months, a 6.6 magnitude earthquake hits northern Afghanistan, killing this time up to 5,000 people. They don't even say how much injured because the body count is too much. And then another earthquake in July 17th, a 7.0 in Papua New Guinea, classed severe, triggered a landslide and destructive tsunamis, leaving 2,100 dead and thousands injured. And then in August 7th, the floods, the Yangtze River floods in China. Collapse in Jiayu, the death total exceeded 12,000, with many thousand more injured. Wow. A lot of people. And then a hurricane in October the 29th of October. The 29th of October, Hurricane Mitch in Central America, killing an estimated 11,000 people. This is all I got for the natural disasters in 98. They weren't as much as the 2 other years, but they caused so much damage. So much people died only on 2 events. Yeah, it's crazy. And then in 98, only 2 plane crashes, 1 train crash. I'll make it fast. On February 16th, China airline flight crashes into a residential area near Chiakie International Airport, killing 202 people and 196 on board and 6 on ground. Then in June 3rd, a train disaster. Intercity Express high-speed train derailed Hanover and Hamburg, Germany, 101 death. And September 2nd, last plane. September 2nd? Yeah. McDonnell Douglas Airline crash near Peggy Cove, Nova Scotia, New York, Geneva. All 229 people on board were killed. And then, again, the continuing of killing of massacres in 1998. The last massacre was the biggest one in Algeria in 97, December 30, with 400. January 4th, again, Wilaya of Relizan massacre continues. In 98, in Algeria, and over 170 people are killed on that date. And then January 11th, over 100 people are killed in the Sidi Hamed massacre in Algeria again. Not over. February 28th, a massacre in Lykochain, Yugoslavia, starts the Kosovo Wars. They didn't say how many they did massacre. Then on March 26th, Wed Bouaïcha massacre in Algeria. 52 people are killed with axes and knives. 32 of them are babies under the age of 2. How can you do that thing, man? People were really crazy. Then on May 13th and 14th, riots directed against the Chinese Indonesians breaks out in Indonesia. Riots killing around 1,000 people. And then August 4th, the Second Congo War begins, and 5.4 million people died before the end of 2003, making it the bloodiest war to date since World War II. Started in August 4th, 1998, right after the Comets. Coincidence? Maybe not. Then in August 7th, river floods. There was a bombing in the US Embassy in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and Nairobi, Kenya. Killed 224 people and injured over 4,005. And they say it was linked to Osama bin Laden. Who knows? And then August 15th, the Omagh bombing in the Northern Ireland by the real Irish Republican Army. And they don't say what they bombed or how many people died. And then October 17th, the Jesse pipeline explosion, an oil pipeline explosion in Jesse, Nigeria, resulting of 1,082 dead. They don't say how it was caused. So I've listed all the tragedies happening on a 3-year scale around the time that the 2 comets passed by the Earth, the comets Hyakutake and Hale-Bopp. And during this time, so many accidents, so many people died. Was it a result of the comets or not? It's so much more than any other years after. It must be related. I don't see what else. Because if you relate to the 18, 11, 12 events, earthquakes and war were going on around those years at the same times of the 2 comets. So people, this was my video. I wanted to make it short, but with all these numbers, how can you? So thanks for listening. If you made it through this video, thank you. Have a good day.